March 21st, 11:34 AM at Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hello everyone, Triple S, back is more Phoenix Wright. It's in a trilogy with the game Justice for All, and the last case, farewell, my turnabout. God damn it, Maya. Always getting in trouble. She's been kidnapped by someone called The Killer. And he wants us to make sure that Matt on Guard, who's been accused of murdering Juan Corrida, the German ninja, he wants us to make sure Matt on Guard gets off not guilty. Saying that Matt on Guard didn't kill anyone, so yeah. But we're going to be doing some more detective work today. It might be well over an hour video because there's a lot of detective work to do. Well, at least we're able to get Mr. Matt on Guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. on Guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. Okay, so we move directly to the hotel lobby. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another still samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know, that's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way, ever since I was a little girl, God. Queen Reaper, have you named me either spelled out in 3 minutes? Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Huh, don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said, because she was talking too fast. Miss Oldback, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky hair smarty pants. The victim. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes this heart go badump again. I don't know what to say. I just got a flipping text message that scared the crap out of me. Ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the buckets? I'd watch your words. If no one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my Juan. God damn it, I'm trying to check my text messages here. It might be important. It's not, it's flipping Gif Gaff. Go away, Gif Gaff. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro with the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? Why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days don't know the meaning of the word modesty, young maiden. So you don't know when to stop, woman. Pearls, are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Young'uns today. So I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. What happened? I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. Ah, I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. What you witnessed. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what'd you see? God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Please don't stray onto another tangent, please. If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. Well, we're done talking to her, so move to Viola Hall. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. Hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Then we move to the hallway. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Hey, you're here. Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lawler. Hey, Mr. Cockfella. The thief showed his face. What? Arrest him. Put him on trial. Find him guilty. Give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotter? You feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera. C-A-M-E-R-A. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't most of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? God damn it, woman. Camera. So you lost your camera. It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new. Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. You don't make me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. Besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. What if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder? Lotta's camera added to the court record just in case. What happened? Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here with this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Rungai was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever our little heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm going to be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Big scoop. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I've got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? God damn it. 1, 2. Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Aha, yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. Glad someone around here is happy. Miss Slosser in your I rule smile. Right, yep, don't talk to her. So we move to a new place. We're going to Karida's hotel room first. March 21st, Gateway to Hotel Karida's hotel room. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Karida's room, Pearls. Mr. Karida? The victim. Which makes this the crime scene too. Oh, it's you! So, what's happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again? Not yet, he probably won't until we win Mr. Rungai's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? Pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I've got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me. Thank you. Haha, wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map! That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Hotel guide map added to the court record. I'm pretty sure we talked to Gumshoe now, yeah we do. Cause of death. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. Stabbed. Once again. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. We're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. On Guard's prints, pal. That's bad, real bad. Crime photo added to the court record. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. On Guard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jamming Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. That's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who was it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. Prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something around with the Well, that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in, that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. What's the slide button? Slide! Oh, yeah, oops. Examine first. Getting confused. Oh, look at this poor little guy back here, he's so sad! Why are you so sad? Oh, I just noticed that, you look so sad. Poor guy. This thing here. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. Ah, tomato juice. Don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. It's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? Wine glass added to the court record. And I think that's... Oh, no, it's not. Oh yeah, the guitar case. Oh, it's got a spill on it, like right there, I'll do that. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange, the guitar is not here. Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show. Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was the Jamming Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Guitar case added to the court record. Okay, we're done with that. Tomato, tomato, however you pronounce it. Move back to the hallway. I'm gonna go this time to On Guard's hotel room. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, On Guard's hotel room. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt On Guard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow! It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. On Guard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one-stopping your mad dash to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I'm Adrian Andrews. Here to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. Talk. Night of the murder. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. On Guard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you take a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room. Now I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. On Guard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corrida. And that's when you found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. Relation to On Guard. So about you and... Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask me how Mr. On Guard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could chose you as his lawyer chief, I guess. Why should you have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Unguard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Kurita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios, in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Oh, she's so cute! She's so cute! Who am I presenting here? Juan Kurita. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Kurita was killed. Let's talk to her about it. Motive for murder. Do you have any ideas? As to why Mr. Kurita was murdered. Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psyche look, Mr. Nick? Yep. It's getting to be more and more of these lately. I'm going to amend my guide just while we're here. And we've got to now move out to the hallway. We're going to Lotta, then we're going to move to Lower Hall. Let's see, Wheel Powers. March 21st, Gateway to Overall Hall. There he is. Oh, Mr. Wright. How are you? Ah, Mr. Powers. Have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. We talked to him. Nickel Samurai. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. He uses the same theme, apparently. Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers, Aluminium, Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai. It's a love... Why? In New World of Tokyo. I see. But wait! A love what? A love why? This girl Sayo works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet, ×3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 AM. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theatre and start starting this week. Can't believe she's really considering it. Jammin' Ninja. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It uses the same theme, apparently. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar, and then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jamming call the night before Battle 3. Oh, that's too bad for him. Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Pisola? Every Sunday, 8 AM. Which show should I watch? Can't believe she's really considering it. You need to get things so you can record both of them. We present Adrian Andrews. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. Oh, so Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumour going around about her right now. A rumour? If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Talk to him about gossip on Adrian. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Ah, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh really? You too, huh? Yes, take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jamming Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. You see now, don't you? What? You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Carrera didn't have a manager of his own. Which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA... Adrian Andrews. Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd, that woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her clients. Why is that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people? Mr. Powers looks so happy. Bill's just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Magazine clipping, as is the cut record. Okay, we're done here. So, move to the, hallway. And let's break her Seculux. 1, 2. Big scoop. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know about are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Arrgh. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carrera and this person. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt on Guard's manager. Meh. Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jamming Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? There goes one. You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah. You gotta have that. What's it? News source. You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that Juan guy has something with Miss Andrews. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jamming Midnight Rendezvous. The mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Ah! Mr. Carrera didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Ongar's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Carrera's door last night. Wah! Did it! Unlock successful! Big scoop. You were looking into Mr. Carrera and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Your initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, what a nice journalistic integrity you got there. Already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, is gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They'd done a run-off together. I came here for my big story, didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now anyway? Never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? Got no idea why though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Lots camera updating the court record. Right, done talking to her. Move to Creeder's hotel room. And we... Well, I don't know how we're doing this, but present the wine glass to him. Could have done this before, couldn't we? Or did he leave? I don't know. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pull's noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. God damn it, here she comes. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! There she is. At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It'd be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change. So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonourable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy brick trenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Wah! Detective, come over here for a second. Think about hair in my mouth. That one bear on that sofa keeps staring at me behind her shoulder. It's creepy. I feel better knowing at least you were a man enough to face your punishment. You were so scared, you just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have sold my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honour. Ow! Why did she throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Look at him! Look at it! Look at this guy! Look at him! He's so freaking creepy! Stop staring at me, you little creep! Stop it! Stop it! Got this thing. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Creeder's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read this at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy," in more normal letters here? This sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Mr. Creeder's autograph added to the court record. Okay, so we move to the hallway, move to Field Hall, and move to the lobby, and we present Magatama. One, two, three, four. Here I am knocking at your door. What you witnessed? Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please tell us what you saw. But what a waste. Here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you young'uns' expense. Can't say that. I'm a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. That's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is. And it even says "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but Somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? 1, 2, 3. Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan. 4. Well, that was easy. Unlock successful. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. What you witnessed. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding. Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilets minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or 2 out of it, maybe. Maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruiting again for that part at the trial. You know the trial tomorrow? I've been recruited, not recruiting. Nah, I read it wrong. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Onguard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did it. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Onguard ever do to her to deserve this? Onguard's past. What did Mr. Onguard do to you to make you so... You don't know. That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick. What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do viles and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, pals? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. Do you have proof that Mr. Onguard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh, of course, a tabloid. Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Hee. Right, we're done talking to her, so... Move to... Oh, we're going to the Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, that guy's still sitting there. March 21st, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Deputy Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Well, it's evidence. What do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's 2 big pieces. 2? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search, Mr. Onguard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai Special Pants. And the second one is... the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Onguard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Airtight testimony. So what about this airtight testimony? It's the old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Oh, well. I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ongad come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Okay, we present the newspaper clipping, or magazine clipping, one of them. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corrida? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Corrida's manager. The victim's manager? Well, that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Corrida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Let's talk about it. Celeste Impax. She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but wah! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait! Please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop. Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right? This person. This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You saw the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed, to be perfect in every way? Let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Finney's right. I will see you tomorrow, in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Ha. Still the same wild mare she always was. What are you doing here? He's back! Everybody's back! Tomorrow's trial. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick, I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? There is something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? Proof of Von Karma blood. A lot of things may have happened, however Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of Von Karma. 1 year ago, you cannot establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Why stand in court? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my clients. To save their lives. To save your clients, you say. Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. Looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Huh. Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Whatever, dude. Move. Detention Centre. March 21st, Detention Centre, Visitors Room. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Yes, but I want to present... her. What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your clients, but hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. Ah, no, I would never. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention! Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick, this Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Okay, I'm going to amend my guide. We're sort of almost done, but this is definitely going to take us to the hour mark. Christ on a bike. Okay, right, we've got a lot of moving to do now. Move, Criminal Affairs Department. Move to the hotel lobby. Move to Viola Hall. Move to the hallway. Move to On Guard's hotel room. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, On Guard's hotel room. Ah, looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. That's not good. Still have a few questions I want to ask her. And she has that psyche lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. Guess we'll have to come back later. Then we move back to the hallway. Then we move to Viola Hall. Then we move to the hotel lobby. Then we move to the Criminal Affairs Department. And apparently now we present her. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled as suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. Yet to solved. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Sounds familiar. Right, we don't hear... we've talked to him. Missing suicide note. Miss Impacts' death was most certainly a suicide, of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? How do you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. Who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Miss Juan Corrida, Mr. Juan Corrida himself, Miss. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as the note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1. Suicide report added to the court record. Okay, we present that to him. Why Part 1? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Most of all the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews is dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Okay. Talk about the dependent nature. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counselling sessions. She's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. When Celeste Impacts suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behaviour to hold herself together. How terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the court record. Are we done here? Yes. Move to the hotel lobby. Move to the old hall. Move to the hallway. And move to On Guard's room. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, On Guard's hotel room. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. It looks like she's talking with someone. That's Francisca von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Earls? You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. Little girl. God. There we go. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fools every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Okay. Where am I? Oh yeah. Let's break this lock. Four of them, in fact. Motive for murder. Why was Hank Carida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Huh. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realise you're putting Mr. Ongar's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Carida. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. The magazine clipping. You and Mr. Carida had an intimate relationship. You! Bless me, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. That's to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Carida? See if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Carida for this person's sake? Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Oh, there's one. Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But but it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a reputed third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Which one am I presenting here? It's the suicide report. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. Juan? I was going to say then. Juan? Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. Oh, 2 left. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. It's a suicide. Oh, yep. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her notes. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impacts' notes. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Corrida dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder. Done. Unlock successful! Motive for murder. It's true, I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secrets. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide notes. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover a suicide note, correct? Looks like that Tumblr reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide notes, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favour to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. he probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. On guard in your capable hands. Right, we're done here. Move, hallway. Oh, gotta talk first. March 21st, Gateway Hotel, hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Move to Viola Hall. Move to the hotel lobby. And move back to the offices. March 21st, Wright & Co. Law Offices. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Oh. Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Hello. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Whew. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Won't you agree? Wait, Maya! Let me hear her. Very well. Ask Maya. Maya, is that you? Sis! Ask my sis! Maya! Maya! Damn it, you cut me off. Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Hey, that was quick. Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. I need a drink first because I'm already losing my voice. Ah, okay. Maya's situation. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left, and I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ah. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Date? Who knows? Time? No one cares. Location? Ah, I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. Yeah. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Oh. Ah, it's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Knock, knock, knock. Drat, it's locked. Ah, but this door's lock seems pretty easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it. This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting. Or worried. To be continued! She actually got out! Huh. Weird. To say that only took an hour, the guide in the notepad that I have, I probably just it into a notepad, it looked really long, but I guess that just must have been the whole moving about that we did at one point. We moved so many places trying to find Adrian Andrews, and then all the psyche locks, it really throws off how long it actually is. But anyway, so we found out Adrian Andrews could have a motive for the murder because her mentor committed suicide, and it seems like Hawan stole the suicide note, so we're probably going to be trying to pin it on her next time in court. And it seems like Maya, starving, after only being kidnapped for like 6 hours, she seems like she's managed to escape. So, cool, I guess. But, you know, we'll see. So anyway, thank you for watching. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you decide to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing, and ding that bell to be the first to hear about my new videos. Thanks again, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.